This is Dave with DRH Acrylic Creations. Today we're going to be doing a snowflake, and I'll show you that in just a second. My colors today are, I've got three different shades of pearl whites. This is a leftover pearl white that was with just a drop of golden Naples yellow. This is a pearl white that is... This is called, this is the Sonja Pearl White. That's what this started as before I put the yellow. And finally, this is Simplicity. And Simplicity is a TLP color. It's a pigment and has really a very rich pearlescent to it. So 3 pearls in a row. Over here is, that's Harvest Gold. There's just a little bit left there. I'm trying to get rid of some paints I have on my bench. So this here, although it looks white, this is a interference green. I'm hoping you can see that. Let me see if I can color. You can get the shift there. A little bit of green to that. And actually, after it gets on the board and dries, it's beautiful. This is one of my 2 opaque colors today. This is golden teal. And the second one is Liquitex Dioxazine Purple. I used these yesterday on another pour, and the teal and the purple work beautifully together. And finally over here, that is TLP lemon sorbet. I'm sort of stumbling. Okay, that's our color layer. Over on this side for our cell activator, this is titanium white by Amsterdam, mixed with 4 parts floetrol to 1 part paint. And this is Matisse Indigo blue, also 4-to-1 with Australian floetrol. Let me get this off the board. We'll get started in just a second. Let me show you the surface that we're going to be painting on. Again, this is the dollar store find. It is simply a board. It's a piece of art and craft. I always love finding these things, especially the seasonal items. And you can see very, very thin. I think I had another piece not too long ago where I explained that it's going to be very difficult because of the depth of the board. Likely is going to warp, but this falls into the category of beautiful but arts and crafts, and so I'm not so much worried about it. Okay, pillow paint today is going to be Glidden Essentials in eggshell. It's been my go-to for quite some time now. But I'm down to the last dregs of this can. Got plenty for this pour, but it's about time to go get some more. And what happens in the winter, when things get colder, a lot of times your pillow paint will start to thicken up because of the weather. The room in here right now is actually pretty comfortable. I think it's probably in the 70s, but it's that time of year. I had a plan to move to back up to the Pacific Northwest to get closer to family, and the house deal fell through, and so we are still here in Texas, and that's just fine with us. We'll probably be here until early spring at the latest, and we moving up to the cold country. Actually, it's more wet country. So, looking forward to the move. Glad we had a little bit of a reprieve before it happened. Okay, let's get started. Pillow paint is down on the snowflake. And let me see, how do we want to start this? Let's look. And I think I might have misspoke. Although this looks violet, looks purple, I'm not sure that it is. It's what you get when you don't label your jars. So I guess this is going to be a surprise. It should play nicely. Well, you see, it actually planned on purple there. Oh, we'll see. It should be just fine. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start with, it's always good with your base layer. This is the color that is going to be the predominant color, and it's a snowflake. This is more of a blue. So let's start with the blue first, and we're going to be doing a swipe. So I'm going to put this out here in a very wide swath. Okay, as much as I could possibly put down without overdoing it. Fluid art is definitely not the sort of thing that there's a definite right and wrong way of doing things. So when I say I'm going to put, oh, let's see, that's what I mean. Okay. That definitely isn't my purple. Let's go to next. I'm going to save my teal for the top color. Let's start next with layering some of my whites. Okay, let's go with the off-white pearl white. And okay. Throw a little bit of my lemon sorbet, TLP color, absolutely gorgeous. My lemon sorbet and my simplicity and my harvest gold, they are all three are TLP colors. I get them at fluidart.co. And I highly recommend them. I do not, though it sounds like I push these products, I do not get any kind of sponsorship through them, through the fluidart.co company. I just love their products. So it's more sharing what I love. Okay. Now you got the yellow down, got that. Let's go back to white. This is the Sonja Pearlescent white. That absolutely creamy white color. It's hard to see the difference between the group of these. And let me see. Let's get a little bit of bling it in there. Slight little bit of yellow, or slight little bit of gold. It'll complement the sorbet. But when I say slight little bit, I really do mean slight little bit, not as much as I put down on everything else. And I'll do that again to get the teal. The teal will be my last color down. And you'll see why. The reason we want to, usually did I lie or what? Usually we would layer these with a opaque tube color with a shiny, with some sort of pigment, and over the top, all the way to the top, with the last one being a tube color, generally speaking. The reason for that is gives the mica and the shine to something to sit on, and it's always good to do that because then you don't lose any of the brilliance of it. Okay, what's next? Let's get some of the simplicity down. The simplicity, I got just a tiny bit of that left. The simplicity is a wonderful color. Let me see where's my camera. I'm going the other side. It's a wonderful color because it's very rich. I mean, I don't know, I can't explain it. But it adds a bit of class to everything I do. It's a very elegant color. Okay, now let's go to just a little bit of this. I'm not going to do a whole heck of a lot. This is an interference green. It's a color that I put together of two different pigments. It's the ColorArte Bling It series. The first is the interference green. You can see that. And the second one is their green sparkle, just to get a little bit of that twinkle. So interference colors go down white, and when they get the color shift, it'll be green and another light. So let's put it down. I'm probably going to use this. We'll see. I'm going to say that out loud. We'll see. Okay, we're down to our next to last. So let's look at what we have here. The teal is what I'm going to put down right after my cell activators. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my swiping tool, and I'm going to load it up. What do I want to use today? There we go. I'm going to use the back of this tool, and I think the top color I want is going to be the white cell activator. So I'm going to put the white cell activator down first. You think this logically through? So, well, if you want it down first, why would you? Well, the reason for it is quite simple. Is whatever you put down on the back of your palette knife first will be the color you see on top. So you just have to go in reverse order what you want to see. It took me a while to figure that out, by the way. Heard people talk about it, but when you get in the midst of things, it's easy to forget. I'm going to put enough down here. Okay. Next, I am going to put down, this is a different order than I would normally do. I'm going to put a little bit of my teal across the top of that. And the goal is that when this turns up, it's going to have the teal as the kind of a back shadow. That's the goal. We'll see how it works. And finally, this is the Matisse Indigo, very, very dark blue. And I've only used this as a cell activator once. And notice I didn't put a heck of a lot of it down there. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn this over, and I'm going to do a generous swipe across the entire paint layer. Let's see how this goes. Let that settle up for just a second. It is. I'm getting some really nice cells. I'd like some more in here and some more in there. But there are a lot of micro cells in there. And that's what I look for whenever I want to stretch. This is not a large surface. So we'll see how this goes. Boy, I am liking the cell activation here. Give it a second or two. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch it out to my four corners. I'm sorry if this comes out of frame, but let's get this done. First to the corner towards you. I'm going to bring it back to where I started. Waiting for it to go all the way down to the tip, and apologies you can't see as well. Get close. Okay, bring that back center. Make the weight of the paint is what I'm looking at. And I'm just, as the paint comes down, that's really hard to see on camera. So I apologize, this is experiential when you finally get to, when you start seeing where the paint's going. I'm going to take it out to this corner now. You can judge, but it's always important to go out and back into where you started. It allows your paint layers to maintain their shape. And I'm really opening up the cells really nicely on this. Back center. And I'm going to take it way over to this corner here. Oh. Really kind of excited about what I'm seeing here as far as the cells go. Moving ever so slowly. Back center. Okay, I have a lot of paint on this, but I think I've actually judged it fairly close to what I needed. Pretty happy about that. Okay, I'm going to close things up real quickly. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, very good. So it's ready to spin this up, open things up a little bit, start moving some of the paint off, excess paint off. Here we go. I have a rule of thumb, which sometimes I actually even follow, is that if I do a fast spin, I don't do it for a long time because things will change very quickly. Okay, good coverage over on that side. Let's move it back on this side so I can get that coverage off the other side a little bit. Okay, take this. I'm going to actually move this off center to allow the paint to go in that direction. Really soft turn this time. When it's softer, I can let it run longer. The reason I spin, which isn't necessarily rocket science, is because I'm using centrifugal force to move the paint for me. Okay. Move a little bit one more time. Oh, that's a little fast. Let's try that again a little slower. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Still have some over here I want to get a hold of. Got almost coverage on the tips there. Here and here and here need to be covered more. So how do I want to go about that? I think I'm going to move this closer on this side. So that will be the side it goes to. Let's see. How did we do? Better? Still not enough. Okay, I'm going to break my rule. Keep it a little bit stronger spin this time to try to get this to move. Okay, closer. Much closer, actually. I may be able to help this along by doing some finger painting. This little bit is usually not a big deal. Use I can grab a little bit and put it right up next to it, and it looks like it was always that way. Amazing. Do the same thing on this side. Do I want to grab? And okay. The corner over there I missed. Okay, I think I can bring back center, give it a, start worrying about getting the rest of the stuff in the middle to move a little bit, but I don't want to lose my composition because I'm kind of digging on that composition right now. So how are we doing? Here we go. I'm going to make this one hard spin and then see what we have. There we go. One hard spin to the other side. How are we doing here? See how we're doing. Okay. Ooh, that right there is a goober. But goobers don't have to ruin our day. So a bit of dry paint that I didn't see earlier. Sometimes that's the way it is. Tweezers help though. Grab it, pull it straight up. It's like it was never there. Okay, anything else? Because where there's one, there generally is another. Not today. Folks, I'm going to tell you, I'm actually pretty excited about the way this is looking. What I will do is let me clean up a little bit, and I'll bring you down for a flyover. Okay, I'll be right back. Some beautiful selling through here. Very, very happy with that. I'm kind of excited about that, especially on the outskirts. I got a lot of cells on the outside of the flakes, which has been my problem with these shapes in the past. Is I don't always get total coverage, and this time it's not the case. You can see. I'm sorry to go back down. You can see there the shimmer in the Harvest Gold just peeks through. I'm actually kind of happy with that. Let me pull her up again. Now, I'd invite you, if you found this video today useful, if you could, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like on that. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, because it really does help with the YouTube algorithm. And finally, ring the bell for future notifications of videos that I will be putting out. It is my goal to put out 2 per week, and I've really enjoyed doing this painting with you today, and I hope you've enjoyed the journey. So, thanks for being here. Bye now.